I got to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. I'm here with Asia. We're here to talk about a new show to the platform and the channel titled Ladies Who List Atlanta. And first of all, I want to say, I don't know if you guys, first of all, it's on OWN. I am really new to a lot of these real estate shows, so I've been watching them, Selling Sunset, Selling Tampa, and now Ladies Who List. So if you're watching, hopefully you have watched the episode. Asia, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Been a while. I haven't seen you since Potomac ended.
I know you gave me a little time off. Thank you. I appreciate
You know,
it.
just a little time out. Listen, they don't visit me though. It be like the people that watch the show, like they be looking for certain people, and so it ain't just. I mean, the people be. What can you say? What you say? I want more than I give them more. Whatever her little tagline was, child. What is it? The people want more than I give them more. Whatever it was,
Yeah, something like that.
requesting for y'all to be on. So it's always exciting to have y'all or whatever. But yeah, I'm glad you were able to do it. Jasmine wouldn't be here. Jasmine's not feeling well, so if you're looking for Jasmine, she couldn't be here today. She'll be here for the remaining weeks. We will be doing this show as of right now, weekly on Wednesdays. It should be a short series. This is the first season of the show, so it shouldn't be that long. But for the most part, you ready to talk about it?
I'm ready to dig in.
Okay, so first, before we get started, of course, if you're watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, don't forget to like this video, hit that thumbs up to like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's talk about the show. So I want to ask you first, did you watch Selling Tampa?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I don't want to compare the shows, but in a way I kind of do. Just because
You have to.
I enjoy Selling Tampa, I enjoy Selling Sunset, but people, a lot of people seem to not really like Selling Tampa. And it was more so our people that were not
Yeah.
here for it for many reasons. And I get some of the reasons are valid. Here recently, the DJ Envy made a post about how production did Selling Tampa. And he kind of fired at them. It was more so directed at production, but the ladies of the cast kind of took offense to it to where they felt like, he was coming for the show. So in comparison, how did you feel about Selling Tampa first?
Okay, so I like Selling Tampa.
Okay.
Primarily because I think I really liked the listings that they showed.
Yeah.
And they got to the drama pretty quick.
It did.
Then you get like the celebrity cameo with Ocho Cinco. So I mean, I liked it in that regard. And I also like a show I can binge. So I was able to binge it. And to be honest, it was just nice. It was nice to see. On Love and Marriage Huntsville, that was supposed to be a real estate show, and it turned into something else. So,
see, I don't watch. I don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. I know that Jasmine said that. So, like when she joined, I'm curious to hear her perspective. But Selling Tampa, I like Selling Tampa. I understand what people wanted. They felt like it was more drama, but I feel like it's for one, they are a black brokerage. They're in Tampa. Some of the houses were okay, but realistically, a lot of them they were nice. They were just old houses.
Yeah, I thought they were nice.
Yeah, they were still nice. But as far as the cast, I thought the drama was good. I thought they came in strong for the first season. It seemed realistic, what was going through.
And the ladies were easy to look at. They were gorgeous. So, I mean.
So too. But that was another thing with backlash. They were saying that the people didn't like the way they dress and stuff like that. And it's like, child, at this point, y'all nitpicking, like calling these gorgeous. A lot of the girls, they were gorgeous. So I could get into that. But the one thing I will say that people kind of criticized about was that they only sold one house.
And maybe they sold it, maybe they didn't. We didn't see them sign the paperwork, did we?
I don't think we did. But they did say that. So a lot of the comments back at DJ Envy is that the girls were saying like they sold more. The production didn't. They just didn't put it on camera. They didn't show it. And so if that's true, then that kind of plays into what DJ Envy was saying, not saying that production did them dirty.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Nonetheless, we're gonna talk about this show and kind of where it's at. And so that's a nice little start. Who is your favorite cast member? If you can remember their name, because I know it's new, so I'm still learning too. Thus far,
the one with the bob.
Okay, you like Kiana?
Kiana, yes, I like her. Thus far.
Yeah, I like Kiana. I I would say the same. I would say the same. She's the only one that, I mean, there's only 3 that have really given us more of who they are. I feel like the first episode, it kind of was heavily on those 3 people, Rob and Crystal and Kiana. And thus far, I mean, there are 6 castmates, but those 3 seems to be like they're gonna have the most camera time, at least in the first episode. So this is the hero here. Let me see. Oh, Antonio. Hey, Antonio. I didn't see it just now. So yeah, I would agree, Kiana. So the cast that we have for this season for the show, Ladies Who List Atlanta, Kiana, she's real estate agent. Crystal's one of the closing attorneys. Yes. Tiffany is another closing attorney. Kira, who was a real estate agent. But they kind of put luxury agent. I don't know real estate like that, but I guess there's a difference between.
So they only have probably a certain clientele that accepts of a certain price range or above. Okay. And like I heard them say modern contemporary a lot. So I'm pretty sure that they only like try to sell those homes and have like a 500,000 or up type customer from what I gathered, Yeah. I only took 3 real estate classes.
Well, if you watch it right now, you know real estate then maybe you can these terms are better than us. But what they said on the TV screen, there was I think Robin is the only broker, right?
Mortgage broker, yep.
He's the only broker. Mm-hmm. And so the episode picks up with Kiana and Kira. I guess Kira is like maybe Kiana's like miniature understudy. Kiana seems like she was doing it for a while. She's pretty. She's all done up. Got a bob. I like her bob. Her bob is very consistent. It moves. It's enough body in it. I like it. It wasn't bobbing even. Right. It's a nice bob. If you like a bob, I think you like Kiana's bob. She has Kira, and Kira is her friend. Kira, initially they kind of start off by saying that Kira is being criticized at one point because she was posting pictures of a swimsuit. Yeah, and I was like, that's a little extreme. That doesn't. I mean, I don't know. Like that sounds in today's time. I know a lot of real estate agents. I have a very close best friend. It is. She posts all type of stuff. So I've never seen that kind of critic. And she lives in Atlanta.
It was very late. If people really criticize her for taking a picture in a swimsuit at the pool, it's a problem.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, there's a difference between business and personal life, and it ain't like she on OnlyFans. Now I can see everything but I mean, she just posted. It was a regular swimsuit. It wasn't too.
It was literally in the water.
Yeah, like, whoever's thinking that if that's real, get over it. Right. Like, get over it. I can't.
Her whole body was underwater. Like I don't have time.
Literally in the water. She wasn't in a mirror. She was in the entire water. So I agree. That's crazy. Yeah. But that scene was kind of light. They jump in the pool, and I was very surprised that they jumped in the pool with their clothes on and their hair. And I was like, ooh.
I don't know what that was about.
Well, you know what? I'm sure that was the last moment of the scene. And because I mean, obviously, it probably looked like a whole wet puppy's coming up out there, makeup running down. So I'm glad it was the end, but it was cool. I was like, okay, black women jumped in the pool.
I do swim. I will jump in the pool.
I mean, like all done up like that.
Yeah, no, not my wig. I literally would take my wig off before I jumped in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why they just be in swimsuits and just be laid out loud.
Or like something that you don't mind. But my good outfit, I was like,
yeah. I don't know if the outfits were good, but they were nice. Not to be getting in the pool. They weren't pool outfits.
It didn't give pool.
Right. So then we are introduced to Robin and Crystal. And I think this is probably the most interesting dynamic right now because Robin is the broker and Crystal is the closing attorney. They're friends now. They're friends. But Robin is a little headstrong. She has not a big personality, but she has a very military mindset, I feel like. I don't know. She's interesting, And Crystal, she seems cool. She seems like a fun girl, like pretty down to earth. Worked hard. She talks about her story, being a kid, like having all these different businesses from walking dogs to washing cars to cleaning golf balls. Mm-hmm. She's been made and built to be where she is today. Love it, right? Entrepreneur. So in the first conversation they have, they just kind of talk. Crystal kind of puts out that not Crystal. Robin puts out that she is trying. She has this idea. And she's kind of forming it or whatever, but she don't want to tell the idea just yet. So we're gonna come back to this, right?
Yes.
Because I do want to mention that in the first 10 minutes of this episode, they had already sold one house.
That's what I was gonna say.
They had already sold one house.
Closing. We see them sign the papers.
They signed the papers. Now we didn't see the house. I would. Well, yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did.
We saw it was nice. It was it was like $500,000 or a little bit over $500,000.
$595 and like some, whatever. But yeah, it was $500,000 US because the guy was a YouTuber or social media content creator, something like that, and the girl was a Fenty model.
Yeah.
And so yes, we did see them. So I was like, you know what? Already this show, if you did compare it to Selling Tampa,
we here
sold one house.
They already sold the house, and they showed them closing on the house, and I was like,
yes,
that might have been a shot. I don't know. They might have heard of it and put that in there first. Like,
I don't know. It may have been a read, but nonetheless, it was cute. I liked it. So after their meeting, I guess because you can tell by the clothes they have on, Robin and Crystal have a meeting or whatever, and Robin basically tells Crystal she wants to come and form the biggest, baddest brokerage of Black women in Atlanta. She want to make sure that she pull out all the strong women. She names pretty much all the cast or whatever. And Crystal is basically on board. She has a few apprehensions about is it Tiana, one person? Because she said she went to high school or something with this girl.
Whoever doesn't use her.
Tiana, the luxury agent.
Tiana, she said, I know her. I don't.
She said she would, check the temperature and talk to her. Seemed to be open about it. She just kind of mentioned that she hadn't really spoken to her, or whatever, not high school, whatever. And then, Robin is basically just kind of, going and in her confession, she's kind of saying how she's always been burned and, cut by women. So she has issues working with women.
Yes.
And so I don't know. I can't remember if it was
being friends. She was saying being friends with them.
Well, being friends. Friends. But she did mention, well, it's not just, it's friends and like personal relationships.
Yes.
So she even mentioned like, I think she mentioned mother or child or somebody in the family she mentioned too, like as a woman that kind of like burned her or whatever. And so she has that thought process. And what I want to ask you as a woman, how do you feel about women who think like that? Because I know people and I have friends who, are very like anti other females, but they're cool with other guys. And I never understood that just because as a male, like, if especially as a gay male, I can have female friends, right? And I have a lot of them, but it's nothing like having a gay male friend. It's
one that you identify with. You identify the same,
right? We the same. So when I hear the women say, that they don't like other women and stuff like that, like people like Robin, it confuses me. So I want to hear your take on that.
It just depends. Like she said, it depends on how you are raised. Because if you weren't raised in a labor of love, or when you were being raised and you bumped heads with your mama, your grandma, your aunties, and your sisters, and then you were loved up on by your uncle and your brother, those are going to be, you're going to gravitate towards masculine energy.
Yeah.
Almost always. And you're always going to see what women do, even if they don't mean anything by it or those are their mannerisms. You're going to see it as a negative because you don't feel like there's a benefit from feminine energy. So sometimes it can be pick-me-ish, but you can tell she's really traumatized by whatever has happened to her. And she doesn't even, it seems like she's not even trying to work through it. And she's just like, well, I can get some money with some women, but I ain't
it's given like, you know what, let's do this, you know what I'm saying? We can make some money, but at the end of the day, like for her in her place, I feel like it's not gonna work.
No, it's not. Because it will not. She
doesn't know how to separate the two. Although she clearly feels like she can and she does know how to. She has a guard up against women in general.
Yep.
And it's gonna trickle down into how her relationship is on a professional level.
With all of the women, and then we kind of find out later.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you're not about to be able to do this, and you know why. So let's not even. So when her friend said what she said to her, I was not shocked. However, are we gonna get into that?
Go ahead.
Okay. So
when Crystal, right?
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So when Crystal was like, but you don't play well in the sandbox, she was like, how you gonna say that about me? I think she was more so trying to say, like, why are you saying that on TV? Versus because it's like if y'all have
she said it in the confessional.
Right. I'm like, if y'all, my thought is if y'all have this conversation already, like y'all have had this conversation for years, clearly that you just don't get along with women. I'm not shocked that she brought it up. Now, Robin could have just said, like, yeah, but I don't get along with women, but in this work setting, I do. And she could have left it at that, but she got defensive instead. And that was like the red flag to me. Is like, okay, yeah, you just have these trust issues with women because she didn't say nothing that y'all don't already talk about clearly on a regular.
Huh. Yeah, I don't. Well, first of all, real quick, hey Ruddy, Veronica, and I didn't. Who was? You said ITSU alum popping up on the show. Who?
I didn't see it. I didn't see a Tiger.
Who was the alum? Was it the girl that was buying the house? The other girl? Maybe. I don't know. Let me know who it was. But to add to what you were saying, I completely agree. She got so defensive, and this is the first time I was like, okay, this relationship is weird because we already see the preview. You know what I'm saying? What happened when she slaps her arm or whatever, and we see that, but it's just like, oh, she said Bria, she's an agent. Oh, I didn't see nobody named Bria. I only saw. Let's see, the cast was Robin, Crystal, Kiana, Kira, Tiffany, and Tiana. I got to go back and look and see. I'll go back and look. But yeah, she got so defensive and so aggressive, actually.
Yeah. She said, like, I'm about to throw my drink at you. Why are we wasting alcohol today? Like, listen, alcohol abuse. Baby, how mad you got to be to waste alcohol in somebody's office? And then she was raising her voice in her office, and you could tell Crystal was like, I definitely don't like that.
Yeah. I didn't agree, and I was like, this relationship, this is clearly one of the relationships where like Crystal's cool, but she definitely submits to this damn lady, and you can tell like this is not the first exchange that they've had where she got into it. It gets worse towards the end. We're gonna talk about it, but she just kind of got really defensive, and it just basically proved not only can you not play in the sandbox of the women, you don't know how to have a conversation because if you are selling Tampa, Sherelle is a bad example in my opinion because she was like, so always if y'all don't want to be here, then you can leave. And I feel like that's the wrong way to be, especially in a position of power.
Yes.
So it's given that Robin will be Sherelle 4.0, but worse because she's very aggressive. Actually,
4.0 times 10. Like she's giving vibes that you could even just say, oh, I sprained my ankle. Why don't you just go to the hospital then? Why you waste your time walking around here all limping and stuff in front of clients? Like, dang girl, I just twisted a little bit. You made me wear heels.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I really want to, I didn't want Crystal to raise her voice, but I wanted her to, but it seemed like it wouldn't work because Robin was just going to continue. She
knows her. She knows how she is. So, and
it's unfortunate. She's basically her punching bag. It's that's what she gives. Slapping bag, punching bag. Huh?
That's what it's given.
It's definitely giving that. So then we're going to come back to them again, but we meet Tiana and Tiffany, and nothing really came with this scene. They just kind of was at the park, and I thought that I don't know which one it was. They look very much so alike, but the one that gave her daughter the frisbee and told her to go play. That little girl is too damn grown. She want to have iPad. She want to be on Roblox and
yes.
She want to be playing no damn frisbee. And then she said, "Go find a stranger." And then
she was like, I'm pretty sure if you throw it, somebody will catch it and throw it back to you.
What in the parenting?
But then she was gangbanging on what they was eating. I was like, you need to make sure don't nobody snatch her up. Okay.
Exactly.
Why we count calories?
Exactly. I was like, okay, parents. But Tiffany, like I said, Tiffany is the other closing attorney. Apparently, her and Crystal are the only one, and Tiana is the person that Crystal went to high school with and is worried about.
Yes.
So that is that. Not much to talk about them right now. I mean, unless you got anything to add, but nothing came with it right now.
Watch your kids.
You know. You know, that little girl, she much rather be in the house with some air conditioning. And like I said, get an iPad, an iPhone, do makeup and nails. She don't want to be in the park.
She did not want to be there with them other kids. I could say that.
No, not at all. So then we have hold on. We'll talk about that. So then we have Crystal does meet with her sister, and Crystal does talk to her sister about how her sister's like, I actually heard her raising her voice while you were in the office or whatever. So I guess she gonna bring it up later. But Crystal goes to meet Kiana because Robin wants Crystal to ask these women. Notice she wants her to ask because
That's why I was like, I wonder why though.
Well, she know why. She knows why, because she know that it's not going to be received, not even close to being okay if it comes from her. You know what I'm saying? Just because she knows what she's either done to these women or the relationship that she has with these women is just not the best.
It's not going to work out. It's just you can tell by that first conversation. Everything was told in the first conversation.
Very much so. Very much so.
Oh, hi, Danny.
Danny, look at Danny Antonio in here. Ronnie G, Danny, Antonio. Yeah, all of you here. So then Crystal goes and tells Kiana, because Kiana kind of seems like she's in good graces with pretty much a lot of everybody.
Yeah.
We find out later. And what I love about this is that, Kiana is just like, no.
It was like automatic.
She was like, I thought she was just playing on laughing out. She was like, no.
I love an honest woman too. Like
I love an honest woman. She did.
She said everything, but hell no, because it seemed like that's what she really wanted to say, but she was being cool around them cameras. Like, no.
She basically was like, no. And she basically explains why. She says that I guess during the pandemic, I guess something happened with these contracts, basically to where she was like in between licenses or something like that, and basically she needed a brokerage to hold the contracts. And I guess what's her name? Robin was trying to charge her. I don't know if she charged her or was trying to charge her $500
per contract on 26 contracts, and those are pending contracts.
Yeah,
meaning like she would lose. I'm trying to remember how it was when I bought my house, but she pretty much would lose her clientele and her license if she didn't move a certain type of way, and they were just like in what is like limbo or purgatory till she finished what she needed to do.
Yeah. I mean, basically, what she explained it as that. Hey, Lisa. She explained it as that she felt like Robin was trying, like instead of helping her, she was like not necessarily just charging her, but like trying to,
get over on her because
she in a sense. So she didn't like that.
She was in need.
Yeah, right. She felt like that was the time for her to, especially if she has this mentality of the biggest, baddest brokerage and stuff like that. Like if it was truly about Black excellence, then I think that would have been something that she would have helped her with. But maybe they will expand more on the storyline later. We'll find out more. I don't know. But based off what she's saying, that's pretty messed up. But we'll see.
It is. It definitely is.
And she definitely says she's gonna go to the lunch or dinner just so she can say no, because she knows she wants something. She gonna say no. I said that's pretty. I holler and I laugh and I say, you know what? I ain't mad.
I think that's when I really was like, oh yeah, she's my fave.
Right.
It's gonna be her.
Yeah. So then later on, Kiana meets up. They have a client showing. So they have I think it's like a broker's open event.
Yeah.
And so they had to have this property. And I will say I was a little confused as to why the property wasn't staged. I will say I've watched enough TV to where you want to stage it, especially when they want to sell it, but it wasn't staged. Now, Kiana did say that it wasn't staged. That wasn't how she rolled, but that wasn't her property.
Yeah, and she definitely let us know.
She let us know, but she does explain to all the girls about Robin's proposal from Crystal. And this is where the girl that I guess went to high school with Crystal was like, she said that she saw her and was like, don't I know you? And so now she feeling like the girl don't know her. So this is gonna be interesting. And I guess they kind of decided they're gonna go, right? They're
gonna go.
They obviously have to.
They're gonna go to tell her no.
They all are like no, but like I think like Ronnie said, I don't think they're gonna do that with Robin. She says that maybe if one of the other ladies came up with the idea, I could see it happening. I agree.
But Robin's the one with the broker's license. That might be the issue.
Well, that's true.
because she's the
I'm
only one who
surprised there's not more than one broker on the show, but I mean, it would have been nice to see two.
Yeah.
But I guess for the entire concept to work of, creating a brokerage, because that's what's different about this show is that they're all different. They're all working at different parts of, with the real estate. The other selling Tampa, selling Sunset, they're under the same brokerage.
They
And
all work.
some may have, the idea of starting their own brokerage or going somewhere else. The focus is that they're all working together. These women are working separately. And they have worked together with different deals because, in Atlanta, black real estate, I don't know how big it is, but it can't be that big from what we're seeing. So I think that's the difference between this show. And so I like the dynamic of it. I want to see how it comes together. I agree with Ronnie. I don't think the Robin's idea is going to work.
Not with her.
She can't even stay friends with her friends. So let's talk about that right now. So they meet up at the damn park. I think that's Piedmont Park because I know those damn ducks and I know the damn pond.
That pond, yes.
I've been there plenty of times. And they meet up because she wants to. Crystal, I think the initial meetup was it about how she was raising her voice in the office? Or was it just okay? So she wanted to meet up with her about that.
Yes.
And in this moment, Crystal was taking us seriously, but she was laughing. I feel like at the delusion of what's her name, because it seems like
it was giving crazy.
It was giving crazy because she was like, don't call me crazy. Now you come from my mental health, and I'm just like,
she's got to say idiot at
like straws, and she's trying at this point trying to turn this whole argument around. But at the end of the day, you were wrong. You got defensive over this. She felt like that Crystal was trying to use that. I guess she told her she was not, good working with women. I'm sorry, good with like women relationships against her. And that wasn't the case. I think she was just basically like, are you gonna be able to do this? Because in the past, but like you said, maybe it is a reality TV thing, but it's reality TV. It ain't like she came on here and said, girl, your man slept with my boyfriend. That ain't what she said. Okay. If that is terrible or detrimental to the fact that somebody can't say that you don't work well with women, or
after you done said it.
After you've already said it, then girl, you are reaching. But what I didn't like was that she said, what she say, you're not my friend anymore. What she say to her?
I want to be your friend anyway. You want to be my friend.
That's what it was.
Grow up.
What? I didn't want to be your friend anyway. You wanted to be my friend. And I said, huh? I'm confused. Look at Barbara trying to start some mess. I thought Asia was fired from the league. You ain't doing that. I haven't. All Barbara do is spam my Facebook talking shit. Somebody she don't drag me. That's all she's shit. I ain't talked to her about nothing.
Dang, Barbara, you don't sign my checks.
I love Barbara. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically what happened. Like, what was your thoughts on that whole exchange? Like Ronnie said, she was coming too hard at Crystal. I didn't like it either, and I felt like I would have definitely walked away a long time. I would have took control of the conversation and walked away, but she allowed her to walk away, and then she ended up coming after her. Like, I don't like shit like that, me personally.
It was weird. It was giving something I probably would have entertained like in my 20s, but I'm way too old now.
Robin is old. She ain't old, but she's an older woman. Like,
she's older. I definitely overall I was just like, is this like 40-year-old acting like this? That's all I was thinking about as I was watching her behave.
We can feel say, are we grown ass women talking like this?
So yeah, I didn't like how Robin was coming to Crystal. I understood what Robin was trying to say.
Yeah.
But she just wasn't saying it. She pretty much just said she needed to say, I didn't like how you brought that up and try to use it against me, because that is something that definitely happens. You can tell your friends like all your insecurities and then they throw it back in your face.
Yeah.
Crystal wasn't doing that, but that's what Robin felt like Crystal was doing. It wasn't the case. So because that's what Crystal thought she was doing, she was losing it. She was just spiraling out of control. And
she was upset that Crystal was, although Crystal wasn't aggressive, she didn't really she stood her ground in saying like, this is what I meant. And she apologized if I made you. She said, I apologize if I made you feel that way. She got mad at that. It didn't matter what that girl said. Robin was going to be upset regardless.
She was mad.
she was mad and she storms off and she goes to the side by the logs and they talk more. And I'm just like, first of all, I would have walked away when she said, I didn't want to be your friend the way you want to be my friend. It was crazy. Then he said Crystal's apology was whack. It was. I hate apology.
It wasn't good.
Time, it's just like it didn't help the situation. But it's sometimes you don't always.
She wasn't really sorry. That's the problem. So
but she didn't really feel like she did anything wrong.
Yeah, she wasn't sorry. So that's why it was a whack apology, because
I don't know. Those apologies, they can be condescending, but sometimes it just depends on who you're talking to. You ain't about to get it. So you better off not getting no apology from me versus otherwise. If I give you that apology, if you don't take it, that's on you.
what I will say, what I usually say in an apology like that, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. That's where
you know what, that can be the wrong thing for people. Like, you ain't hurt my feelings. Well, like, you gotta.
You're upset.
That's the thing. Like, my thing is, as long as you say I'm sorry, me personally, I'll take that. Say I'm sorry or I apologize, because you never know what a person's gonna feel, how they're gonna receive it. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter what kind of apology she would have gave that girl. She would still been upset.
Mm-hmm.
She was mad.
She could apologize and send her $500 or a contract. She still would have been like, but
she came to that lake upset. The ducks mad. The ducks going around quacking. It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. She was upset, but as of right now, I mean, it seems like they have a lot going on. I mean, they have the dinner coming up. In the actual trailer, you see Robin slap her hand down, and this whole
saying I'm triggered or something like
that. Clearly that's Crystal's word, child. So I don't know. It's a lot coming up in the season. It's probably going to be a short season because it is like a tester type season. Its own. So thoughts.
Who's producing it? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't think it's Carlos King, because he ain't posted that. I don't think it is.
Yeah, I didn't think it was him.
Let me see, because I don't think he's taking over on like that. Let me see.
He could.
Nah, he ain't doing that. He ain't posting that, so I don't think that's him. It ain't him.
Yeah, I'm curious to who's producing the show. But so far, I think it's a good show. I'm gonna enjoy it. I already know. I like seeing Black women do things, positive things. I like seeing them make money, and I like seeing them dress nice and walk around with bags and bobs. Like, I'm excited.
Yes, bags and bobs. Yes, Young is our favorite too. So we all on here, and I hope she stays that way. She seems to be, the most. You want somebody that's relatable. I will say, like, she's done up, but she still seems to be like a normal person.
Mm-hmm. She's just the right amount of bougie. That's
the right amount of bougie. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Right amount of fuck you thought this was. She's like the right amount of Bob. Like,
Bob. She got a nice body too. I saw her in there. I'm like, okay, she's a big girl. Like, she seems like a big girl. Like, she seems tall. She seems, I can't really tell, but looking on the screen, she seems like a big girl. Like, she got some body on her, and not just down there. So I'm here for it. I hope Robin is. I don't think Robin would get aggressive with her, but then again, Robin gave me like she gave me anybody can get it. So we'll see.
Okay, Robin didn't give me that. Robin just gave me hurt feelings. Like, I can't trust women because when
you watch the trailer, she gets upset. It's like she gets so defensive. Like, you can't talk to her about nothing. And that's why I think, like, she slapped the damn girl her hand down. She slapped her hand down like she was in timeout.
I mean, even how you saw how she even the threat of throwing the glass seemed a little juvenile to me. Like, don't make me throw this glass at you.
It's given, when Candace was twirling around making Monique mad, and she had to go into a physical altercation because she couldn't go back and forth.
Because she can't go back and forth.
And I think that's that's kind of like, I don't think Robin would get physical for real, but I do think she gets so upset that when nobody's not listening to her, or she's like, they're not taking her seriously, she gets into a bubble to where she's like, I'm about to do something because now I'm mad.
Yeah, now I'm mad. She might pick up a mic and throw it at production.
I hope not. took her around and said, "Here you go, Cortez." Here I go.
She might, she might start throwing plates.
Tonight on the ladies who lean.
But you never know. But speaking of twirling and stuff, somebody's coming to the OWN network.
I saw that. You talking about Moe coming to Love and Marriage Hunt, Love and Marriage DMB?
DC. Yeah, DMB. Yeah, DMB.
Yeah.
So
Danny said, I believe Robin is naturally nasty, but I think she's throwing some extra razzle dazzle for the camera. I can see that.
I can see that too, for sure. Okay. For sure.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. We are pretty much done with the episode. We have the episodes come out on Friday, and I mean, right now we're gonna do them on Wednesday just because, like, if the link got a lot of stuff to do throughout the week. So if you are committed, you would just be every Wednesday to watch our recap because that's what we're gonna do. Friday and Saturday an option, not for me.
Sunday's not good for me, and I won't be here next Wednesday. I don't think.
Oh, y'all heard it? Y'all make a comeback. I wonder is Danny or Ronnie or Antonio, whoever in the chat's gonna join. You can do video, you can do audio, but I want to hear some commentary on the show other than us two. Yeah. So if you're in the chat, I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes maybe to join. If not, then we'll lean out. But yeah,
I do want to hear a comment.
I know. Danny, get on here. Just do audio.
Because I think it's clear that Robin's crazy. Like there's no mystery there. So, yeah. Okay. But I want to hear how people feel about maybe the other two ladies.
Well, we have somebody in the queue, and it is lovable Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes, how you doing? How you doing, darling?
Hey.
What's going on?
Yes, I'm doing two things. I'm watching y'all now, so I'm watching Married at First Sight.
I ain't watched that.
Yeah, I love when they first get married, they first start knowing each other. I love that part. But any kind of way down. I'm just saying about Robin. I think I'm like, hey, I think she's been hurt so many times, and I believe in deep down how hurt she is. I believe she do got a beautiful heart, but she been hurt too many times about people, and that make you hold that wall up. Mm-hmm. And I think Crystal's with them kind of people, you got it's the same way you got to move and you got to talk to them. Mm-hmm. You really do, because you got to come in them to the direction where she don't think it's defensive at all. And it wasn't. Robin. I would kind of get upset when she did the part because she was laughing. And Robin said, "I'm not here to play with you." My feeling was really hurt. And baby, when what's that girl got the bob? She said, "I'm gonna say no, baby." I don't blame Robin because, hey, that's money. Hey, that's money. I can't make my money off this. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to money and business, hey, friend is another thing, but another thing is business. Okay, and so that's how I feel about this. So hey, other than I like you. I like Asia said. I think it's gonna be a beautiful show. I likes it, but most of them, I'm getting good vibes from everybody. Mm-hmm. I really am, and like I said, Robin. I mean, I just hope she just let her walls down some. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let her walls down some, and this
she ain't. But
I know she's not, but I can understand she come from when you being that kind of hurt. Because like she said, she was a teenage mom, and you know what I'm saying. She had to work for everything she had. I think that's the problem there. She had to work for everything that she had. When you have people hurt you and you up on that level, you have to work hard to get to that level. You just don't let nobody come and just kind of bring you down, because we all three of us both know people will take advantage of you if they can. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened to Robin. I think that was probably happened to Robin. People probably took advantage of her, and she said, "No, I can't do it no more." And she said, "I'm not good playing with girls. Girls is not her forte." Like you said,
do you think that's the reason to start taking advantage of other people? Because like we saw, $500 per listing is a lot. you know.
Yeah,
And if that's your friend, I would even say like $100. Give me $2,600 so it don't look crazy that I'm holding these for you or something. But
yeah.
to ask for not even full price, but you asking for like double what somebody else probably would charge. So you gonna
Well,
take
you go,
advantage?
well, you know, this business, well, baby, you go to the other person then. Because I'm getting my $500 out the top. Okay.
I think
I
when it,
got food. I
I want
got
to say
food. I
something
got
when
to
it
buy
comes to,
houses.
so those may not all be luxury listings. So running seems to be an agent. So she's speaking on it. I think with that, so I'm a little conflicted when it comes to this situation because I feel like when it comes to business and friends, it's always tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
So
sometimes
I'm
about.
I'm curious to know more about the story because I'm curious to know what were Kiana's expectations. What should it have been? Did she think it should have been free? She think it should have been cheaper? I want to see what she say
I
before I
think the
form
way,
my
I
complete.
think excuse me, Coach, I think the way that she was telling the story, she thought it should be cheaper. The price should have been down some.
Yeah.
But then, well,
And,
you never
and
know because she could have thought that because it was a pandemic and because she was in between licenses that it was like an emergency for her that it should have been free. So I don't really.
mm,
I want to know what exactly what was her expectations from it.
yeah,
Then I can kind of expand on
me too. I'm 99. You said I wouldn't want to hear that. Like I said, if you're not real a good friend of mine, you're not like clicking and hanging out like that right there.
it. Mm-hmm.
You just somebody that's passed through the day and stuff.
Yeah.
Baby, it's money time. Okay, it's business time. Okay, it's business time. I can't, baby. I got just like everybody else. I got stuff going on too. You know what I'm saying? I got house note. I went. Got pay bills, baby. Got to pay the bills, baby, dog.
That's
And I
true.
mean,
I don't know. The 13 grand is a lot.
I can understand Quiana point of view, but business is business, and that's how it rolls, baby. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to say. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna
So
see more
like I
about
said, I
it.
love me. I'm hoping that they do have another second season of it. And like I said, I'm here for my girl Robin. I really do. I can feel the pain when I see her. I really do. I can see some people have really hurt her, and
Yeah.
she
Somebody did
is
it on
at that
purpose.
level. Like I can't. I don't play good with people,
Mm-hmm.
especially women. You know, it's just some of the women like that though. They don't play good with other women. So, and like I said, you those and Crystal got the Crystal, you know, her friend should have found a way. All this time you being her friend, you should know how to come at her, so she won't be that wall won't be up so much high. That's how I feel about it. You know, if that supposed to be your friend supposed to know how to come at you. Say, oh Lord, here I go. Now I know I got to talk to
Maybe
her.
they're not friends like that.
That's what I'm talking about. Is it friend just for the show?
Well, clearly they're not friends like that because Robin clearly said, "You want to be my friend, I ain't want to be yours."
Yeah,
So
okay.
I mean,
Very true
it's
That's
statement.
a
what I'm
very
talking
loaded
about. So
statement.
yeah.
So their friendship is
And I'm like you when she would have said that. That's how you feel.
all right.
Baby,
That's how you feel. All right, cool. And I mean, she
deuces, baby.
in the preview, Lisa, she even says like, "You're not working with me," and it's just like she clearly does not value her in the same way. So
Yeah.
hopefully, by the end of this season, I would hope that Crystal takes her papers and walks on to the left because
Yeah.
it just seems
She
like
even
a.
go to the therapist. Didn't you see she going to the therapist? And the therapist something you got
I
to get
go to
this stuff
therapy. I was
together.
friends with her too.
I know well, you need some honey, then
Oh
Robin.
yeah, Ronnie. Yes.
This is a good thing. Okay, Lisa, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, thank you for leading in. All
Okay,
right.
love you. Have a good
Bye,
day,
Okay.
y'all.
Lisa.
This is a good comment before we lean out from running. She doesn't play well with other women, but she doesn't mind using other women's resources to get the bag. Nah, I'm good on that. No, I agree. That's
I
what I
literally
said earlier.
said
You said that earlier, Asia.
that. Uh-huh. That's what I was thinking. And it a lot of people are like that when it comes to black women in general.
She's an
Black,
opportunist. She sees
yeah.
opportunity. She's playing off of the black women, black business, black excellence. But realistically, like that excellence ain't gonna thrive, honey, because you don't know how to work with other black. You don't know how to you know how
It
to.
seems like she does not like black women. For whatever reason, it seemed like she anti-black women. Whatever a black woman has done to her, she can't do it.
I
And
think it's women in general.
yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, she don't like women.
I think something happened within the family. Maybe her husband, or ex-husband, somebody did something real dirty, and that's fine. But that's no excuse. You know, some people deal with that. It's pain. You go to therapy. You do whatever you got to do. Some people use that, and they decide they want to be the change. So I'm curious to see what she does with it and how the season ends for her and the rest of them. But I will say, on this current state, those women are not going to work with her. Okay? They're not going to do it.
No.
So it better be somebody else, because those women are not going to work for her idea. And no matter how big and bad she wanted to be, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Said, I'm not a fan of Robin. It would be a big mistake to work with her. I think it would too. No shot. Until she get herself together and she has gone through and gotten through that hurt and pain that she's experiencing. I agree.
That's not gonna happen in 6 to 8 episodes.
Because I mean, you would have thought that she would have, the way she is in pain, child, you would have thought she would have started season off in therapy. That would have been the first scene.
Right.
But
at least her showing her go to therapy after the meeting, like something. But that we didn't get that. I don't really think. I think she's like, I know that I don't get along with women, and that's enough.
But I can put all my differences aside. I can, child. No.
And it feels like she's using, like you said, she's using our culture. Even though she's a part of it, it's just like you're using it, and that's not gonna work. Because one thing Black women are not is dumb. Okay, and we're gonna see right through that.
There was I will say the line. There was something that what Crystal said when she asked her about the other closing agent. She was like, "Are y'all like in a competition?" She was like, "I don't compete with anyone." I like that, because from what I got from it, it just sounds like she, there's enough room for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they have the same position. They're doing the same thing. So there is assumed competition, but realistically, it sounds like she has that mentality. And I want to see how she, actually gets when she gets around the other girl. I want to see. Crystal seems cool, but I'm curious to know, is she truly authentic to what she's saying when she gets around everybody else? Because as of right now, you got one girl saying that she act like she don't know her, and she's acting like she cool with other closing agent. Like, it's enough room for both of them. So I'm curious to see what.
I am too. She did say that we both built. She was like, we both, being Black women, have built up, our clientele. So she doesn't know if working together would be a good idea, or she doesn't see how it would be beneficial. But I don't know. We'll see, because Crystal does seem like she's a little messy too. That's why she's not my favorite.
She does. I don't think she innocent. She ain't no innocent. I mean, she cool, but I don't know. I feel like she seems to be a little messy, and messiness always comes out. So we'll see. We could be Team Robin by the end of the season. Maybe something happened with her. I don't know.
You never, with these shows, you never know.
Right. Okay. Well, with that being said, we're going to lean out. Of course, if you're watching live or you're watching the replay, don't forget to hit that thumbs up video to like this video, subscribe if not already. We did do Real Housewives of Miami yesterday. It was really good. And we're gonna do episode 6 tomorrow, because a new episode comes out for Real Housewives of Miami. So check that out tomorrow live, same time. We'll be here next week for what's the show? Ladies Who List Atlanta as well. And yeah, so if nothing else to be said, Asia, thank you for doing this today. And I'll see you and the rest of everyone in the comments next week for episode 2. I hope it's good though. Hope it's good.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. First, it was a build-up, so I hope it's good. So, nonetheless, y'all have a good rest of y'all lovely Wednesday night, and good night.
Good night.